South Point is also proud to provide a variety of relaxing amenities for the guests who want to be pampered. Soak up the sun and let your stress melt away in our lagoon-style paradise swimming pool. A relaxing getaway where you can bask in the desert sun and enjoy seasonal food and bar service poolside. And if you really want to escape, come to Spa Costa del Sur. From couple suites to a co-ed wet area, our spa caters to business and leisure travelers who want to unwind and elevate their senses. A visit to one of our spa's steam, sauna, or whirlpool treatment rooms will leave any guest feeling like they can take on the world. Our gaming amenities include over 60 table games and over 2,600 of the most popular slot and video poker machines. We have penny slots, including the popular Buffalo games, and real machines like Wheel of Fortune, Triple Sevens, and Megabucks. If you prefer video poker, try Deuces Wild, Double Double Bonus, or a variety of multi-denomination games. Or try your hand at one of the most popular casino table games in the world, Blackjack. Don't let the game intimidate you. Blackjack, also known as 21, is both easy and fun. And our dealers are always happy to assist. And the best part? Blackjack always pays 3 to 2. Next, check out the roulette tables. Roulette is one of the easiest casino games to learn, and so much fun to play. It's a favorite of both beginners and seasoned players. In addition to blackjack and roulette, our casino pit features over 60 popular table games like Baccarat, Pai Gow Poker, 3-Card Poker, Ultimate Texas Hold'em, and Mississippi Stud. So get out of your room and come join in the fun.
St. John's coach Rick Pitino has made a video asking Kentucky fans not to boo Arkansas coach John Calipari when he returns this weekend to Rupp Arena. This is like Nick Sirianni asking Eagle fans not to get drunk in New Orleans. Neither's going to happen. Dog, roll the open! We have a floor manager now. Hey, everybody, it's Friday, and let's check the countdown clock. Here we go, Jeff. It is just 48 hours until the NFL Flag Football Championship game, so just wanted to let you know so you can be doing something else. Am I getting a flag for that?
Oh, you were.
I was.
But you finished the sentence properly.
Yes, I did. So no
flags.
Make sure you're doing something else.
The flag goes back into the pocket.
All right, good. Yeah. All right. Thanks for finding us on YouTube to watch the daytime show that doesn't air any commercials for truck driving or dental hygienist schools, Punchlines. It's a program that's a mix of sports, comedy, conversation, viral videos, and some educated gambling advice. I'm your host, Frank Nicotero, longtime comedian, lifelong sports fan. And today's show, I know you were probably wondering what it would look like to watch one of the finest receivers in the NFL, Justin Jefferson, catch footballs with Mickey Mouse gloves on. So here you go.
All right, now he puts them.
This is actually just silly, Jeff. Did you see any of this?
Those are weird.
I saw that on social media, but I'm not. Let's put it this way: binging a show, I don't know. Whatever show you like for the 50th straight time or whatever is much better than this.
Probably. That's kind of what I did last night with Friends. Been kind of
exactly. You know what? That's a perfect example. Yeah. If for whatever reason my brain went to Big Mouth on Netflix.
Big Mouth? Oh, you know,
the Nick Kroll show. Did you ever get into it?
Bob Dell, who watches the show and has helped make us some VOs for us, he keeps begging me to watch it, and I just go to Family Guy reruns instead.
It's very different.
Yeah.
It's not for everybody.
I tried the first one.
It's very entertaining, even though I think they've kind of run out of material.
I also, BoJack Horseman, I could never get into.
Oh,
wait.
Okay,
Wait. Who's BoJack fan?
Sean and I are in agreement here.
I have watched the first 3 episodes of BoJack Horseman several times.
That's your mistake.
I got to keep going.
You need to keep going because the first season, it almost
of any show is
the
bad.
The first season, I don't know about that.
Well, Family Guy's awful.
The first
Simpsons
season,
isn't good.
it almost got itself. They almost didn't renew.
Yeah.
But I would argue seasons 2 through 4 of BoJack Horseman are the best things on Netflix.
Jerry, are you a BoJack Horseman guy? I tried. Sean, is this something you watch? Yeah.
Yes. Well, other than
I know every show grows.
Honestly, other than the basketball episode in the first season of The
That's
Office,
a good one,
which is one of the best ones ever.
Very few shows come out of the box season one swinging. Seinfeld Chronicles, which we can talk to Chris about, not good. Arrested Development, great out of the box.
Well, the Seinfeld.
That's Seinfeld.
Wasn't
Yeah,
the first season of Seinfeld only like 6 episodes.
Yeah, and it was the Seinfeld Chronicles.
And it wasn't that good, and then all of a sudden it turned into the greatest show of all time.
This is true. Friends came out of the box strong as well. So there's been a few shows that have done it.
Yeah. Well,
But,
look, it's very hard.
Modern Family also first season good too.
We could talk about TV
All right,
shows
hey,
all
we
day.
should talk about
What
some
our
sports
TV
now.
show?
Here we go. Yeah, let's talk about Punchlines. To talk some prop bets and deal out some sports justice, the sports director of the South Point Casino, Chris Andrews, will take the walk from his office to the studio at about 12:40 to join us. But of course, on the show, making his final Friday appearance on the show, or are you doing Friday next week? You are doing Friday next week.
I wasn't told I wasn't.
Let's check with our floor manager.
Yeah.
He will be. Anyways, you're going to be back to Thursday soon, which you prefer. Is that right?
Oh, I prefer whatever day I actually make it out of bed to here to do the show with you. But
don't you usually get up early to do?
But there's going to be some scheduling things that are a little bit different. So Thursday makes a lot more sense.
Whatever makes you comfortable, Jeff. Anyway, Jeff Parles is here. Yay! We're happy to have Jeff Parles here. So Jeff, let's see here. Sports. I already have that Pro Bowl. Oh yeah. So did you watch what happened? Did you watch any of the Pro Bowl stuff last night?
No, I have a life.
Yeah, it's really.
I just put on in the new place I'm at. I heated up the hot tub, and that was that.
Oh, he's got a hot tub.
Don't worry, you'll be invited.
All
soon.
right, there we go. Very nice. I actually show you what I did. I was working. I was sitting there at the computer, and I clicked on ESPN on the computer, and it said the games are live. There's only 10 minutes left, and I went, oh no! Like I was like disappointed, and I put them on, and then within 30 seconds, I was completely bored. So. They're really bad. I also missed this whole concert last night that was on. Did anyone watch this Fire Aid concert? I wasn't even aware about it, but there was all these superstars. Did you see any of it, Jerry? Anybody?
Did they redo?
I think it's streaming, so you can watch it on something. But
did they redo We Are the World?
I believe they did not.
That's a shame.
It is. I missed it, so I missed a lot because, whatever. You know what I did watch? I watched the Laker game last night.
Oh,
I did.
Wow.
I watched something even more painful than the Pro Bowl games, trying to watch Bronny James show his dad that he belongs. But I have to give it to Bronny. He didn't play so bad, but here he still hasn't hit a three. He still hasn't hit a three-point shot. So here's the three-point shot attempt. Everyone in Washington wanted it. So here we go. Bronny wide open. Air ball. It's just kind of embarrassing. So look at the guy on the bench flinch for the Washington Wizards. Now, Bronny didn't do bad, okay, because... by the way, that won't be me if we do our three-point challenge maybe next Wednesday. We're going to still do this.
Are we actually doing this?
We're going to shoot it at some point.
Do we have a date? Do we want to do it
We'll
after
work on this with
we
Anna
should do it
Judah.
after the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Okay.
And
leading up to Final Four.
Leading up to March Madness.
Yes.
You and I, remember,
I said I could hit 19 out of 54.
No, you did
20
not.
out of 54.
27 out of 54.
20. I never said 27. I said I hit 50.
You said 27. We'll go to the tape. I'm pretty sure you said 27. But I will tell you, we might need to do this twice.
Why?
We need to do this in the state that we are in right now, and we need to do it in the state that you took your free throws in last year.
By the way, I had a few beers. Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay, so anyway, now that I think about it.
Don't you lie to me, Nicotero.
Don't you lie to me. So listen, Bronny saw extended playing time because the Lakers were playing the Wizards, a team that he would probably be a starting guard on. They are not good. Lakers were up by like 30, and there was the whole fourth quarter. So Bronny came in. They were chanting MVP, MVP. And did you see the line he finished with?
Go ahead.
12 minutes, 5 points, 2 boards, 2 assists, and a steal. So he filled the line.
It's perfect. He filled it. You know, if you and I ever played 12 minutes in an NBA game, we would have 0, 0, 0, 0, 0
Probably
across
true.
the board except for turnovers and fouls.
But he did. I mean, he did. The crowd was chanting his name. They put him in. People want to see Bronny. All right, let's take a look at today's punch menu, Drew Dog. We have a double shot of Eagles fans and Comedy Club. One of them definitely did a shot or two. Thank you, Ann. In the comedy clip of the day, you wait and you see those. And we have props with Parles at 12:36.
Whoa.
We're going to be doing props on a Friday. Double P. Props with Parles at 12:36. Also, Reno Paul, who's up in Reno, where Matt Neverett will be calling a game this weekend. I think those two are going to try to hook up and see each other. And Judge Chris Andrews at the back of the show. We close with Kenny White's Dog of the Day and our Dog of the Day. But it's time to go to a few top-of-show breaking videos right now. So, I don't know if you saw this, but yesterday Matt was on the program, and we discussed the idea that the NBA, Adam Silver wants to possibly shorten NBA games to 10-minute quarters to make it on par with international play.
Sure.
Quicker games, maybe keep the fan interest.
Yeah.
But Matt was saying, look, these refs are calling these, they're taking too much control of the game. So I don't know if you saw this in last night's game between the Rockets and Grizzlies, but on a breakaway.
Oh, I saw it.
Did you see this? All right, roll the play. Here we go. 13 seconds left. Grizzlies, Jalen Wells. All right, so he pulls this down, and he's going, and someone blows a whistle. So Memphis coach, what's his name? Taylor Jenkins. He goes ballistic. He goes absolutely nutso. And by the way, that guy, he looks like someone you don't want to get mad at. So turns out they ended up getting 2 free throws and winning the game still. But who blew the whistle on that? I don't know. There was no one called a timeout. He didn't call a timeout.
One of the refs blew a whistle, but again, I'm not a fan. Look, okay, so let's go through this.
Okay.
Football refs get a bad rap because most people have a total brain drain when it comes to football at this point.
And a lot of money on the line.
And they're having to call too much. I think a lot of the referee issues in the NFL have to do more with the league has thrown too many things at them in too quick of a period of a time.
Possibly.
And that can lead to incompetence.
Sure.
Major League Baseball umpires are inexcusably terrible at calling balls and strikes.
Balls and strikes it's just gotten worse and worse.
And it's so sad because, well, basically everyone in this room has worked at the ballpark.
Talk to Ann like that. I liked how you were talking to Ann.
Well, Ann's right next to me. But
you were like, Ann,
But the ball strike replay that is at AAA, it's seamless. It takes 5 seconds.
And I'll tell you what, I saw it firsthand for the first time last year. It was great.
And it's just because the umpires union doesn't allow it to happen in major leagues that we don't have it yet.
They have to.
Basketball refs have a very hard job because the games are so fast.
Yeah.
They're on the court for the whole time, but they miss more than anyone, at least it feels like. And that's inexcusable what happened last night. Thankfully,
it really was. They won the game.
Memphis scored, like you said, scored on the next possession.
Right.
Won the game. Or else that would have been talked about maybe for about 25 minutes on social.
Yeah.
That would have been talked about for 5 days on social. And God forbid that happened to someone bigger than Memphis.
Yeah, right. Exactly. If it was like, Boston
or the Lakers.
Right. Oh, forget it.
I mean, forget it.
Okay, so I have a meme to show you. This is just very funny. The Super Bowl is usually famous for its military flyovers, but the game's in a dome. It's in New Orleans, right? So you can't do it. So you know how we love the Frankie Luvo. You said he used to play for the Jags or the Panthers? Jeff, take a look at this meme right here. There you go. The NFL has confirmed the Commander's line.
Wow, what hang time.
Will perform the flyover during the national anthem.
Holy cow, what hang time.
That's pretty funny. And, that is just hysterical. And look for him next year to try to do that again, right? Jumping over the stack a la Troy Polamalu or LeVar Arrington. All right, the Commanders, unfortunately, lost to the Philadelphia Eagles in the NFC Championship. But we're going to go to our comedy clip, and we have a couple Philly things here. So the other day, we showed diehard or bandwagon fans for the Eagles, and we've done that a lot. So this guy that we're going to show you in our comedy clip of the day is definitely a diehard, Jeff. I think it's pretty obvious, and it won't take long to understand.
Would you let Jalen Hurts sleep with your girl if it guaranteed a championship?
Yes! Guaranteed championship.
Yes.
Bro,
Not even hesitation.
No. Yeah. Yes.
Not even hesitation.
Not even hesitation.
Hell yeah,
Yes.
let's go.
Yeah.
I'll bring the mattress. We'll be in good shape.
I think most guys would look up, ponder, and be like, maybe. This guy, yes.
Didn't even hesitate.
Nope. Too funny.
I get the 15th floor at the Ritz. We're all in.
I mean, my God. And then speaking of an Eagle fan who's female.
That was really funny.
It's hysterical. Yes! Can we watch it one more time, dude?
That's really funny.
Fuck it up, Sean. I want to hear this.
would you let Jalen Hurts sleep with your girl if it guaranteed a championship?
Yes!
Bro, any of this player can sleep with my girl.
Any of the players. So it's not even Jalen Hurts. So even a special teams guy, a long snapper. This guy's like long snapper.
First guy's still funnier.
Oh,
than
it's
the
just
second.
because the yes.
Yes! Like legitimately.
Why are you asking me this?
Why are you asking me this, you bum? Of
Why
course
are you
I would
bothering
join.
me?
Oh, my God.
Too funny. I'm watching the replay now on my computer screen a few seconds back. All right. Speaking of the Eagle fans, again, look, I don't know. If you don't know who to bet on the Super Bowl, I have a clip of somebody who has sound advice, and she sounds like she knows what she's talking about. I think she's maybe drinking.
The
but
last Eagles Super Bowl, we lost to the Patriots, and then we beat the Patriots. So now we lost to the Chiefs, and now we'll beat the Chiefs. It's kind of destiny.
It's destiny, ladies and gentlemen. What do you think of that sound advice she's giving? Have you made a decision on who you're rooting for or betting on just for the game?
I'm rooting on everyone to be pissed off, so that's number one. But the problem is that there are a lot of combinations for that to happen. Kansas City's going to win the football game.
You think, is it because of Patrick Mahomes?
100%.
I've
100%.
Okay.
It's kind of Chris Felica brought this up to Alex and I last Sunday.
Okay.
Of like, if you pick the losing side in Chiefs Bills, it's like one of two things. Your reaction if Buffalo would want to be like, wow, of course it was the year that Buffalo was finally going to beat them.
Right.
Or it was like, I really bet American currency against Patrick Mahomes in a big game. What the hell is wrong with me?
I know.
And that's kind of how I feel, at least on the side. Now, I haven't bet anything on the side. I want to see how the market plays the next week. But
do you think it'll move right now?
I think it probably will. When this is all said and done, I think it will close Kansas City as a 1-point favorite where they opened. I think Kansas City will be the smallest of favorites unless the Eagle offensive line injuries turn out to be worse than anticipated. Already didn't look great last Saturday. Juergens had to come in midstream.
Right.
Dickerson got hurt. Like, if those injuries are worse, it might end up being the case.
But they had 7 rushing touchdowns, by the way.
Yeah, look, Saquon Barkley's pretty damn good at this thing.
Pretty good football player.
And Jalen Hurts is pretty good at this quarterbacking thing, too. So, yeah, I think this closes 1, personally. That's where I think it ends up. And also, by the way, dime line on the money line here at the South Point.
Yes.
And also minus 105 available as well on the spread bets.
Come to the window.
Right here at the window.
Yep.
Best numbers in the city on the money line right now.
There you go. All right, let's take a roll call. Let's see who's watching the program today. Woo, we always got a good group. I asked a question. The Grammys and the Pro Bowl games are both Sunday. Which one will have more hits? See what I did there? More hits.
The Grammys.
Probably neither. I don't know.
The Grammys has to win.
I know,
There's
but
no
I
hitting
don't
in the Pro Bowl anymore.
I don't know any of this. I pulled up the Grammy ballot yesterday, and the first one listed as Record of the Year, very prestigious.
Let's see.
And the first nominee is the Beatles. The Beatles are up.
Excuse me?
Yes, the Beatles are up for Best Record. Now, record is the overall sound of a record. Song, people always get confused. Record's for the overall sound. It's a record. Song is more for the writing. It's the writing. But it's Billie Eilish, Taylor Swift, Beyonce, Sabrina Carpenter's up there. There's a lot. But the Beatles are up for Record of the Year.
It's 2025.
Yes, it is. I know.
By the way, who should win that? Do you have an idea?
But Pink Pony Club is not up. It's a different song by Chappell Roan. People love Billie. The voters love Billie Eilish. They love Taylor Swift. Beyonce's had a big year. I don't know. I think it's female.
I mean, look, it doesn't it kind of feel like, and everyone back there has to help me out here because when it comes to current music, I'm very
What station is on in your car?
Oh, right now?
Right.
I got rid of my Sirius XM.
Oh, no. Okay.
So I just basically, back then it would be, when I had the Sirius XM, I'd do 80s on 8.
Oh, okay. 80s on 8. Very good.
Look, get some Twisted Sister, get some get some real fun there. But doesn't it feel like Espresso's been out for like 5 years at this point? Yeah, like so.
What's been out for 5 years?
The Sabrina Carpenter song.
Oh yeah.
But doesn't it feel like it's been out for that long? So shouldn't it not? Like, I know it's only been out for about a year.
It goes September. There's the window starts like in August.
But
of the
it
year
genuinely
before
feels like Espresso's been out since 2021.
Look at you down with Sabrina Carpenter.
I'm not. Look, again, it's on like once every other 5 songs on stations. It feels like.
More importantly, where will Taylor be that day, assuming the Grammys are live? Well, the Grammys are this weekend. The Super Bowl isn't for 2 weeks.
So they're
Paul.
good.
So I think Paul thinks the Super Bowl
is Will Smith going to hit anyone again?
That was the Oscars. That was the Oscars.
That's still one of the most amazing live television moments of all time.
It was. I can't disagree with you. Okay. Let's see. JR from the ballpark. Johnny, as they played on the Brandmeier show. Jonathan Brandmeier, is he still going? In Chicago, one more day for Johnny, one more day. Oh, rock. I don't know what the hell he's talking about there. What is that? As they played on the Brand, Chicago. Move on. He says Big Mouth is hilarious.
Great show.
Keith Lyle, Big Mouth is funny. Oh, boy. B-Town dummy. Christian. Frank, by definition, flag football will have no hits, so the Grammy wins by default.
See?
Kind of like how you got this gig. Hey-oh.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow, B-Town dummy actually on the ball on all counts there, Frank,
Best
right?
friend. Thank you, Christian. How are those line cuts going today you're doing? Aaron O'Connor is present.
Hi, Aaron.
No, wait, not Sean. Sean, right, creepy Sean back there. Jalen Hurts is my favorite quarterback in the league. but chill, dude, chill. What do you mean? What are you
He's
saying?
talking about the guy letting him sleep with his girl.
Oh, okay, God. I thought Jaden Daniels was your favorite quarterback. It's always
Over
been
Baker?
Keith Lyle says, winner of record of the year. Keith Lyle, winner of record of the year is something by Field Fox. So there we go. That's in the future. Give a little shout out to your band.
Who won
there for
record of the year last year? Miley Cyrus won it last year.
Oh, yeah. Flowers, which, by the way, deserved it.
Yeah.
That's a great song.
Yeah.
That right? Vince, Flowers deserved record of the year. Oh, it's a great song. The day it came out, I liked it. All right. So anyway, we appreciate it. Eagles are the team of destiny.
About Damn Time by Lizzo won the year before. All right. They're actually on a good 2-year run of record of the year.
And, of course, Keith Lyle is quoting Jeff Parles' last appearance, people are very dumb.
Oh,
One of your famous quotes. How do we not have that as a soundbite?
Well, what my baseball one's still the best one anyway.
Why is anything in anything in baseball anything?
Yeah, it's still my best
We'll get
one.
that ready for spring training.
That's
Don't
baseball
worry.
anything.
That's
almost a yogiism in all honesty.
I like how Ann just casually gave. She knew exactly that Drew Dog would pull up. Good job, Drew Dog. All right, lines of the night. Let's do lines of the night, Jeff. Here we go. I think you have something golf.
I forgot what. Oh, I remember what I sent.
Am I right? Is it golf?
I remember what I sent.
Right,
yes, it is golf. Shane Lowry yesterday, hole in one at the 7th at Pebble Beach. 3 career aces, and they come at arguably 3 of the best holes on the entire planet.
Those are 3 I know.
Yes. The 16th at Augusta.
Right.
The 7th at Pebble Beach. The Island Green at TPC Sawgrass.
Pretty impressive.
As damn good of a 3-hole ace combination as you could have possibly drawn up for the Irishman.
Have you come close to a hole-in-one?
Yes.
Yeah.
One time.
Yeah.
And a municipal golf course
Same.
in the middle of nowhere.
Yep.
What town in New Jersey was that? It was in 2020.
2020.
It was during like the heat of the pandemic, because that was when I played my most golf. Was probably from June of 2020 through June of 2021. I probably played more rounds of golf than I have in the.
Christian and I did the same thing because you could go on the golf course and it was great.
So I
DeBell in Burbank.
Met one of my good friends, Connor, from growing up in New Jersey. We met at some muni in central New Jersey. Yeah, and it was the first par 3 that we played. And I knocked it stiff to 4 feet.
Oh my God!
And off the club, I thought it was there.
You can feel it.
I then proceeded to miss the birdie putt.
Oh, come on, 4 feet. All right, here's my line of the night. We're going to do a little baseball. We're getting ready. Pitchers and catchers report in like 2 weeks, by the way.
Isn't that exciting?
It's very exciting.
Isn't that exciting? The Pirates' big offseason acquisition of Adam Frazier.
Oh no, Spencer Horwitz.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Which isn't bad, but the Adam Frazier thing is literally just throwing fuel on the fire. By the way, the Pirates sent out a survey to fans. Did you see it?
So one of my good friends that I went to college with is a big Pittsburgh guy.
Right. Hysterical.
And he legitimately sent me all of the questions.
Yeah.
And my first response to was, who is getting fired for being this stupid to send this out?
Now, also, Tim Benz, who's a writer in Pittsburgh, he says there's unlimited, you can submit as many as you want.
Well,
because I'm going to stuff this like the presidential ballot in 1960 in Chicago. That's what he said. Good reference to Kennedy stuff.
Very good.
It was.
Everybody blames the Dodgers and the Mets and all this stuff for the quote unquote problems in baseball.
Yeah.
You know what the biggest problem is baseball?
Teams not spending.
There's 13 owners like Bob Nutting in Pittsburgh that just don't care.
They brought Adam Frazier back. All right, so anyway, baseball. Max Scherzer. I mean, the guy's a first ballot Hall of Famer. He signed with the Blue Jays.
Yes,
Gets a guaranteed $15.5 million.
Congratulations for Max Scherzer for finally playing for a team with a name that has the color of one of his eyes.
One of his eyes. I was going there. Jeff took it. He stole my thunder, but I like it. I like the tag team. But look at this career earnings list here. This is actually insane to me. I am going to turn real quick. So all-time career earnings. Obviously, Juan Soto hasn't earned the money. He hasn't earned it yet.
Juan Soto will get Shohei Ohtani will get that.
They won't get it until 2040, for God's sakes. But A-Rod's still the most, like $500 million. And then you look at 3 Tigers. 4 former Tigers, Verlander, Cabrera, and Scherzer, and then Pujols with $340 million. That's insane to me.
Well, you know what the crazy part is?
3 pitchers, too.
A-Rod got that contract, the ridiculous one from Texas in
$250 million. Long time, I know.
And he's still number 1.
Well, then the Yankees gave him a couple $100 million. It is insane.
But it's still crazy that a contract in the early 2000s, and again, yes, Ohtani Soto.
Eventually we'll get there. Yeah, Bryce Harper probably.
Vlad Jr. will probably get a contract that
Sure.
will eclipse this as well.
Yeah.
Next offseason.
Paul Skeens eventually.
Yeah, as he stays healthy, Skeens
Yes.
will get a ridiculously large contract. But it is crazy to me that A-Rod is still got that number one slot.
I was shocked. I was actually shocked. The fact that of all time. Yeah, and Verlander, but I mean, Verlander, that was the biggest surprise to me. Cabrera, I know.
What's the key denominator for all these guys, though? They all played into their early 40s.
Yeah.
So that not only did they all make a ton of money.
Who else might have been 50 for God's sake?
Okay, well. And it is funny. 3 Tigers. 3 Tigers.
I know, that's what, right, 3 Tigers.
Surprising.
All right, let's go to today's episode and today's date. It is episode 331. Do you know where the area code 331 is? I actually knew this one.
I don't. Actually.
Suburbs of Chicago.
I should have known that.
It's January 31st, last day of January, and I know everyone keeps saying this that you talk to. This month seems like it really has gone faster than
I think it's been
any
insane,
month of my life.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but
it's very fast.
Definitely gone quick.
January 31st, 2025. Now, I have the fake days here. I have the, whatever we want to call them, the national days. There is one fake one on here. Okay, are you ready? Here we go. National Hot Chocolate Day. National Fun at Work Day, which, by the way, is every day here at South Point Studios. Eat Brussels Sprouts Day. International Zebra Day. Scotch Tape Day. National Backwards Day. National Change Your Phone's Background Day. National Gorilla Suit Day. National Big Wig Day. Hell is Freezing Over Day. It's a lot. I can give you this list if you'd like to.
I'm going with the phone background back one. I'm with Vince.
Day. Sean is going Backwards Day. Phone background says Vince. Drew Dog is going Scotch Tape. Jeff, what did you say?
I'm with Vince.
Phone background is fake.
Yeah.
And do you want to chime in on this one?
Background.
That is the fake one. I started this week so strong, and I know Vince. Again, Vince is getting in my mind. He's like, what was Frank doing at 6 while he was taking a break writing this? Oh, yeah, he was probably changing his phone background. Nope, still the same.
Were you changing?
No, I needed something. National Gorilla Suit Day. It's to wear a gorilla suit. I don't get it. And Scotch Tape Day. I can see why Jerry said it. Why that has a day, I'm not really sure.
It's a very important element. Scotch tape.
All right, so let's look at some birthdays, and this birthday is a special one. The Ryan Express himself, Hall of Famer Nolan Ryan. How old do you think Nolan Ryan is today?
75.
78.
Okay, that was close.
How fast do you think he could still throw if he went out on a mound?
He'd strike us out.
Yeah, he would. He could throw his age, I bet. He could probably throw 78 easily.
Yeah, I would probably say 75, yeah.
Easily. 7 no-hitters, which is going to be unbreakable.
And I can tell you, if you put him in a boxing ring with either of us, we'd lose.
In a boxing ring?
Yeah.
I wouldn't fight. Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah,
he's a big guy.
We'd lose.
Lose to anyone. By the way, why are the Paul brothers fighting each other? Is this something that I just saw is happening? Okay, I know.
I think we know the answer to that one.
Ridiculous.
Attention and money.
No. Okay. Oh, I'm a little sore. Other birthday, Justin Timberlake, speaking of hits, turns 44. So here we go. We put him in the AI. Oh my God, this is classic. the Nolan Ryan in a gorilla suit, wearing the wrong number, but I love that one. That is absolutely hysterical.
And wearing a Texas Ranger jersey from 2005.
Right, there you go.
Even though that is a pretty good look at like that old ballpark in Arlington.
Yeah,
it kind of does look like
it. It actually is a very good replication. Then you got Justin Timberlake with a zebra, and he's standing backwards. I'm going to go ahead and point that out. And he's having fun at work day. And it's freezing. Oh, and hell's freezing over. It got them all in on that one.
I still love Nolan Ryan in the gorilla suit. That's so good.
It's ridiculous.
I honestly would have thought, hey, the Rangers signed King Kong.
Yeah. Excuse me, guys. Okay. Also, I wanted to point out, I don't want to include this in AI because it's too much of an important birthday. The great Jackie Robinson was born on this day in 1919. Tragically, only lived till about 52 or 53. Died young. But anyway, so Jackie Robinson celebrating, 105? 105 years
106.
ago. 106.
It's 2025.
2025. That's right.
Yeah.
I'm a little rusty on the years.
Okay.
We have
Are you still writing 24 on your checks?
On my checks. You know, I recently had to write a check for something. I talked about this. Was it with you?
It was now with me.
And someone needed a check, and I said, who has checks anymore? Okay, so we have a few videos I want to show before we get to picks at 12. We're doing all props. We're going to do props at 12:36. We have a few videos that I'd like to show. And the first one, Indiana Pacers forward Pascal, how do you say his last name?
Siakam.
Siakam, damn it. I had it last night. Made his third All-Star team, and his teammates threw a party So they gave him a little surprise. But that's nice, his third All-Star. But I want to know why Tyrese Halliburton is dressed like Jake from State Farm. All right, roll the clip. Why does he look exactly like... So look, they had balloons for him. They were all ready for him, which was nice. So I thought, oh, is this the first time he's made the All-Star game? I'm like, there's no, it was his third. But why is Tyrese Halliburton? Literally, I thought that was Jake from State Farm, and I thought it was a cross promotion, but I don't know.
Oh my, yeah, it really does.
That had to be a joke, right? There had to be something going on.
I don't know. It might be in fashion-wise. I don't know. Jerry, is it in fashion-wise to dress like Jake from State Farm now?
Why are you going to Jerry on
I don't know. Jerry's a fashionable guy.
Vince is more fashionable than him.
You know what? We have a very fashionable crew. We really do.
We do. And are you familiar with, were you on Monday, do you realize Drew Dog is now going to start doing appearances as Timothée Chalamet lookalike? He looks like Timothée Chalamet. Okay.
That's a good compliment for Drew Dog.
It is. Well, yeah, sure it is. Okay. Here's the clip I want to break down a little bit. They asked Arch Manning, who is going to be the starting quarterback for the Texas Longhorns. They asked him questions, who was better at stuff, Eli or Payton? So go ahead, roll the clip, Drew Dog.
Uncle Eli or Uncle Payton?
Probably Eli, but I think
Crank that up a little, Sean, please.
commercials.
Who has more drip?
Eli, I like Eli's style.
Who's better at video games?
Probably Eli, just because he's younger.
Who's the better cook?
Let's go Peyton.
And then who gives better advice?
It's different. I think Peyton will give you a lot of advice. Eli will kind of cut to the point, so it's kind of even there.
Okay, so now Arch Manning and Nussmeier from LSU seems to be the two favorite for the Heisman Trophy already early. It's college football. It's early, Jeff. I know you're always looking at college football. Who's your favorite for the Heisman next year? Drew Allar's on that list.
Oh, boy.
Right now, Arch Manning's like plus 800.
I'm going to pull up the odds real quick to just see what I got.
about-
So right now, DraftKings, the four favorites, the only guys who are shorter than 15-1.
Right.
Arch Manning's your favorite at 7-1. Don't
Right.
bet that. Garrett Nussmeier's 9-1. Don't bet that. Drew Allar's 10-1.
Yeah.
Don't bet that.
I wouldn't bet
Kate Klubnik is 14-1. Don't bet that.
Okay.
If we're going down the board,
now Jeff is going to tell us
if
who
we're
we should
going
bet.
down the board, you can go with Lenora Sellers at South Carolina. It's just a matter of will South Carolina be good enough? 22-1 on Lenora Sellers. Oh, by the way, Carson Beck 20-1. Definitely do not bet that.
Do not bet that. He's in Miami. He's not going to do anything good there.
Here's the interesting one. Patrick Mahomes' doppelganger, Dylan Raiola, who is going to be in year 2.
Yep.
If you think Nebraska takes a leap because of Raiola, Nebraska doesn't have to make the college football playoff in order for Raiola to win the Heisman. They just have to win. If they go 9-3, that's a big leap forward for a Nebraska program that's been stuck for almost 2 decades now. I think Raiola at 70-1. There are much worse bets than that. I would look to Raiola at 70-1.
Arch Manning has all the pressure in the world on him right now.
He'll be good.
You
want to bet on your boy Holstein at 200-1?
Is that what he is? 200?
Yeah.
Pitt lost a lot of people in the transfer portal.
Pitt also is a terrible football coach.
Yeah, they are. I don't know how Narduzzi's still there. So.
Still there.
All right, one more clip here before we get into prop picks, and we got a pick from Reno Paul coming up. Baseball prices.
Is it a video pick from Reno?
It is a video pick from Paul.
Wow.
And he shot it at a football stadium that security asked him to kindly leave several times. You'll see it in a second.
Does the security pop up?
It's a security issue, no, but he said he had one take. He had one shot at it before they surrounded him. And the field, you might recognize the field. So we know that baseball cards, prices are sky high. I saw today also there was a U.S. postal worker that was arrested for stealing over $200,000 worth of sports memorabilia, including Mickey Mantle cards and rookie cards and jerseys. So he faces up to 5 years in jail. But we know baseball card prices are sky high. So what better way and what better place to open and do a pack break than jumping out of an airplane, which is exactly what someone did. This is hysterical. So he jumps out of a plane and he opens a pack of cards. So this is actually...
Yeah, that's what I would do if I'm jumping out.
Now, here's the thing. What if he gets like a patch card or like, a 1 of 1 and he just loses grip on it? It's gone forever. It's hard to tell who he got. They're playing music over it. He's not really talking either. He didn't really get any good cards, but I just thought that was pretty clever. Looks like he's not moving at all, which is scary. Have you ever been...
I don't see any resistance.
I know, like there's no wind, but how is he holding it so steady? It wasn't AI. Yeah, he's definitely a pro. Jeff, have you ever been skydiving?
No, and I will never be.
I will never do it either.
No.
Was offered several times. An old roommate of mine's like, come on, we're going at 8 in the morning. I went, first of all, you lost me at 8 in the morning.
Well, I was going to say, that's the big problem first. Sleeping
This is
Beauty
back in the
over
day.
here.
I go, you kidding? She brings the video home and shows it to me. I'm like, Christine, no way.
No way. Like, I would just... I would be so scared of if God forbid
I don't like looking out of the
chute
parking
doesn't
garage
go.
when yeah.
Like, no.
As you get older, it gets a little
way.
scary. All right. Jeff and I have prop picks coming up in about 3 minutes. In the meantime, right now, we do have a video for Reno Paul. Since I've teased it, we might as well just show it now. Here's Reno Paul
let's go, Reno
with a
Paul,
couple picks. Roll it.
What's up? It's your boy Reno Paul, and I'm on the field of the Nevada Wolfpack. And if you look really, really close, you can see the ghost of Colin Kaepernick. Get it? Ghost, because he killed his NFL career. Anyway, moving on. Tonight there are 7 NBA games, but I'm only on one of them. That's Dallas at Detroit. 2 teams in the 8th spot. And with Luka out, I'm taking the Pistons at home. Now, here is my favorite game of the day. It's the Battle of the Bulldogs. And if you know anything about me, you know I have several snoring, farting, and lovable English bulldogs laying around my house right now. I'm, of course, talking about Butler versus Georgia. These teams are 8th and 9th in the Big East. So I went with the better-looking bully, and that's the Hoyas Jack the Bulldog. You know, maybe you want to lay off this pick. My reasoning is not exactly that solid. Now, moving on. I know Frank, Jeff, and real experts will weigh in on actual Super Bowl props. And believe me, I have many that I will be throwing some scrowl on over the next week. But here's one that caught my eye. The jersey number of the first touchdown scorer to be 21-30. It's at plus 230. And since Saquon wears 26 and Kareem Hunt wears 29, I'm feeling it. Now, I hope to see Matt up here on Saturday when Nevada takes on and beats UNLV. I hope everybody has a great weekend.
Excellent job, Reno Paul. Security chased him out right after that, which you can comment on.
Reno Paul, how did you manage to get in there? That's what I'm.
He could let us know.
Reno Security. Look, Reno Security obviously doesn't care about the football field. That's all that is. But hey, look, we'll see. I will defer to Reno Paul on any NBA related things.
Yeah.
Because as we know, the rule is if I make a pre-flop NBA bet,
I didn't know that.
Ryan McCormick is allowed to walk on set and slap me in the head.
Oh, okay. I didn't know about this.
So this is a...
it's very Chris Rock.
Yeah, not allowed to... very good there. Not allowed to really bet pre-flop NBA until the playoffs.
Until the playoffs.
Once the playoffs
Does
come
anyone
around.
watch the NBA until the playoffs? It's hard. And saying that.
Sean does.
I put the Laker games on just because I'm a Laker fan. I have them on in the background. But last night, Dean Hill. What's up, Dean? Although the concert for the Fire was a great idea, on streaming, the sound system was terrible. Oh, it was streaming. Okay. Black Crows with Steven Stills, Slash, and John Fogerty. Epic. So I'm going to have to go back and take a look at some of those. It's for a great cause. Again, if you want to donate to the LA wildfires, go to the Red Cross. That's the best way to do it. And people keeping track of my coughs. Also, yeah, I saw that Outlaws has been added to a possible name for the Utah Hockey Club.
Yes,
so they added a fourth?
They removed the Wasatch.
They took out Wasatch. Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Why?
They did. I don't know why. Probably because it's too hard to pronounce for people.
Well, I had difficult yesterday because I needed Vince to tell me how to do it. But that way they could have used the Yeti logo.
I don't know. Just use the Mammoth. It's easy at this point. Utah Mammoth is easily the best of the names.
And you could still say, oh, Mammoth, that's where the Yeti live. They just want to sell Yeti stuff.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that means it's time for Picks at 12:36. Here we go. We got our packets. We want to make sure you guys know about this. First of all, Punchline Picks at 12:36. Yes, that is. By the way, can you check, Vince? I believe that is up for a Grammy. Best vocal duo. We are up for a Grammy. Me, you, and Jerry.
Nice.
Vocal trio.
Nice.
Parlay card.
On my way to my EGOT.
That'll be the first step. Are you doing this? You do your parlay card? You already ran one of these down?
I wrote all of my. I wrote the props on it. So and before I got in here today, I didn't really look at it.
Oh, you wrote your props on one.
I wrote on the back of it, yeah. So
okay.
So if we insert one of these, like you're some crazy person, like why are all these prop numbers written on the back here?
Anyway, come down to the South Point, ladies and gentlemen. Check out this packet. This is a thick packet of prop bets. You can come down, pick it up at the window. All sorts of player props, team. This is what you want. We've been waiting for this all week. It is out there. Chris and Vinny and Jimmy did a great job on it.
The size of an actual Frisbee, actually.
It actually is. It is a thick packet. And we're going to discuss some of props right now. And the man who put this all together has just joined us and sat down. Judge Chris Andrews is here, ladies and gentlemen. Yay, Chris is here. Hey. Chris, what are you wearing? A Timberwolves shirt? I'm trying to see.
Dallas Mavericks.
Oh, it's Maverick. I can't see. The microphone's blocking it. Damn it. Okay. The colors are
it's the microphone's fault.
Yeah, I'm friends with...
microphone's.
Yeah, I know some of the coaches for that.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah.
Well, plus Mark Cuban. You got Mark. What happened?
Mark Cuban, a Pittsburgh guy.
Pittsburgh guys from the South Hills. I
don't root for too many NBA teams, but I root for Dallas.
I do too. And I asked him, I said, hey, can you buy the Pirates? He's like, never happen. They'll never
no,
let
they won't let him in.
They won't let him.
mean, how would that...
He wanted to buy the Cubs years ago, too. He goes,
I'm glad he didn't buy the Cubs, but I wish he could buy the Pirates.
Won't happen. All right, Chris, so tell us about this prop packet here. This is thick. I mean, you guys work really hard all week.
There's all week, yeah.
A lot of good stuff on here, and people can come down and get this thick
We
packet.
kind of have our formula that we've had for probably the last maybe 5 years.
Yeah.
You know, and obviously the players are different and the game's different, but we've been fortunate the last couple of years the total's been almost exactly the same. You know, so a lot of those kind of props we could just copy from last year. And
the Chiefs again. So
the Chiefs, you know, they're almost every year. Yeah, so we can cut and paste that. But it's good, you know, and Ashley Eck, who's, you know, my they wrote about her in my article last year, my much younger assistant. I said, you didn't need to put in much younger. We all kind of know that. Anyways, her and I, who put most of this together.
Okay.
And some we just made up ourselves, and others we just kind of pulled off different sources and tried to put everything together. And, you know, we put up a couple numbers where they bet the hell out of us. And, you know, I said,
is there one that people have jumped on, or
there's I think two that stand out that would be way different than we opened the punts. I want to say 7.5.
Okay,
we're down to 6.5. That's actually that's a big move.
That is, yeah.
And then we opened how many players will have a rush for Philadelphia.
Right.
We opened at 4.5. We're down to 3.5.
Okay.
That's another very big move. Yeah. So those, and I feel like it's you know, I'm not going to give you the number, but we'll write millions by the time this thing's over. Even if we lose on those two, we'll be okay.
We'll be okay. Jeff, what do you think of that Philly one on the players to rush for the Eagles? I mean, you know, you got Jalen Hurts, Barkley, Gainwell.
Hurts and Barkley and Gainwell are autos.
Right.
Yeah. It's just
There's three.
It's a matter of finding the Dallas Goedert QB sneak.
Well, you know, or you know, they've had a couple of
reverses.
A couple of reverses and you know, some trick plays and things like that.
Will Shipley.
So we'll see. You know.
That's a good one. Now, Jeff, which one do you have your eye on? Which ones are you looking at?
Oh, boy. You know what, Chris?
You got a couple here. I know you got a ton.
So, Chris, I want to bring this up because our friend Frank Nicotero may not understand this one.
Okay. Really?
Drew Dog, 3065, 3066. This is one of the old reliables, Chris.
Okay.
And that's the actually, wait a second. Hold on. Did I give you the right one? No, yeah, the 3 straight score award.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. That's what I'm looking for here. I don't know if I gave you the right number or not. So, Chris, I want to ask you real quick, because young Nicotero over here may see that and be like, wow, how can that happen that often in NFL games that we get a team scoring 3 straight times, not including the PATs or 2-point conversions?
Correct.
Why am I getting plus 140 on the no when actually, Chris, the yes is usually pretty good?
The yes is the wise guy side. Here's one way to look at it.
You brought this up last year. I know about this because last year you talked about it.
Here's one way to look at it, really. That first score was kind of a gimme.
Right.
So it's really,
right.
You know, it's okay, they just scored. Now I need 2 more. I don't need 3 in a row because I just got 1.
That's true.
You know, I need 2. And it happens more often than it doesn't.
Is this something you'll bet? Because Matt Neverett said he's on.
I bet it. I want to see how the market does here. I want to see
the public will bet no, and the wise guys who one of them texted me last night, and he said, "You guys take 2,000 on these, right?" I says, "Yeah." He says, "Well, I'm not as young as I used to be. I used to be there for like right when you opened." I says, "Well, you know, we're here. What can I tell you? Come on, and even if you come in on Graveyard, the guys know what to do."
Yeah.
You know, he said, I thought he was going to come in last night. I hope to see him today because when he does bet me, I try to go with the same size as he does.
Yeah, it would only be a yes play for me. Yes, it would only be a yes play,
and it hit last year.
What was the one?
Yeah, yes, it did.
I'm trying to think. Rams in Cincinnati. What was that final score? Like 21-16 or something like that. Even in that low-scoring game.
It
the
still
3
happened.
states,
23-20. Rams scored 3 straight times. I'm pretty sure.
It was 3. Somebody scored 3 straight. Somebody scored 3 straight.
The only one that we didn't get 3 straight scores was the game that didn't have 3 scores in it.
Oh, the Patriots.
That
and the
Patriot
Or
Ram.
the 14-3 or whatever the hell that was.
The worst Super Bowl of all time.
13-3.
All right. Do you have another one you want to bring up? Or
Okay, you know what?
for
I'm going to bring up another one that actually the no has hit the last 2 years on this, and that is, will the final play of the game be a quarterback rush?
Yeah, which is usually a kneel down.
Usually a kneel down. Last 2 years, of course, the no got home. Patrick Mahomes threw a touchdown to McCall Hardman in overtime last year. The year before, Jalen Hurts had that very sad-looking Hail Mary attempt from the 17-yard. That is 30-99, 3,100. 30-99, 3,100 is the prop number on that. Chris, you guys got a price -180 on the yes right now, and the no is a +160.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, it moves all. Don't even ask me. I don't know. We had
many.
We've already had so much action, and really, I got to tell you, it's a lot of work putting it out.
Oh
It's a lot of work on a daily because I got to run through them all, and it probably takes me an hour and a half, 2 hours to run through them all and just see exactly where we're at. Not so much right now, but by Thursday of next week, it'll take that long because we'll have that much business. I just want to make sure we're where we should be.
Okay.
And then one last one, which I actually went to Chris for clarification on earlier today.
Okay.
40-40, Drew Doug. And this is the Coach's Challenge one right now, which, there we go. I actually flipped right to the right page of it. How about that? So, when will the first Coach's Challenge occur? First quarter, 7-2, that's +350. Same with the second quarter, +350. Third and fourth, both at 3-1, and then the no Coach's Challenge at +120. The clarification I asked of Chris earlier today was, do the booth reviews in the final 2 minutes or on turnovers count? They do not. So Andy
that's
Reid,
not a Coach's Challenge.
Andy Reid, Nick Sirianni, one of those two guys have to throw the red flag in order for it to get home. I like the no Coach's Challenge in this game. Usually the refs are very tightened up in the Super Bowl.
Right.
So if there's going to be reviews, it would be on a turnover. It would be in the last 2 minutes. That would be my anticipation.
Andy's been known to throw a few of those red flags.
Yeah, he has. Yes.
And especially if he's Bundle-Ruski in it. I have a few player props because you know me. I looked
Chucker.
I haven't even looked at the Chuckers yet, but I did look at Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley's a beast. I know they have some issues with the offensive line, but did you see what the longest rush by Saquon Barkley is, Jeff? Did you take a guess? I have it in front of me. If you want. This is 33-43.
Was it 26.5?
25.5.
Okay.
I would take the over on that. I think he busts.
Well, now
one.
you get a better number because the wise guys bet me under on that.
Really? All right. Well, then I'm going to bet. All right, I have that one circled.
I think I went to 23.5, and then somebody bet me back over, so I think I'm about 24.5 right now.
Okay, all right, so, well, even better for me. But I just think he busts one. I think, even though they're going to be keying on him, don't you think Barkley rips one of those, don't you, Jeff? No?
I mean, he's always capable.
He's always capable. And then I like the first touchdown. Did you have a first touchdown? Got to kind of go long.
Do I have a first touchdown? Let me look at these numbers real quick.
Because
I did not have anything that popped in my initial look here.
I believe Noah Gray. I like Noah Gray as a play because they're obviously Kelsey's going to be the guy they're going to want to stop. So Noah Gray's 30-1. And then our old friend Juju Smith-Schuster is also 30-1 in Kansas City.
Just throwing
4167, 4168.
Just throwing one other thing out there that I forgot to put on this. I am going to have 2 Super Bowl MVP bets this go around. I'm going to bet Mahomes because if Kansas City wins, it's more likely than not,
that's
who is winning the MVP? Number 15 is.
Yeah.
Let's put it this way. If Damian Williams didn't win their first Super Bowl one and Mahomes won that one despite turning it over 3 times, Patrick Mahomes is always winning the Super Bowl MVP barring some 3 touchdown game. Yeah, pretty much.
And who's your Eagle?
Saquon.
Yeah.
In order for Philadelphia to win this game, I think Barkley has to have a big game. So
save the money on Jalen, bet Saquon.
I would rather have Saquon, but this is rare, Chris, and I think it's right. You guys have Saquon as a slightly shorter price than Hurts right now to win the MVP, which I think is right.
Yeah.
You know, one of my favorites on those is remember when it was Brady and the Patriots? I think it was against Carolina. You know, Mike Vrabel.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
He had a sack. He forced a fumble. He had an interception and caught a touchdown.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, how can you not give it to him? Oh, Brady.
Yeah, exactly. The only losing team to have the MVP, can you name it?
Dallas.
Yeah, Chuck Howley?
Chuck Howley.
And I think he's from like Youngstown or something. Or he's from,
I don't know about that.
I think he's from around the area.
He's a linebacker.
Was that the Jackie Smith game?
No.
Jackie
That
Smith
was
was
a playoff game.
35-31. No, Jackie Smith dropped it against Steelers.
Yeah,
that was
they beat the
January
Colts.
21st, 79.
What they 17-14 or something like that. The Colts beat Dallas.
Jim O'Brien with the winning field goal.
Jim O'Brien, I want to say Super Bowl 5, maybe.
That sounds about right. 5 or 6, and they gave it to Chuck Howley, which will never happen again in this modern day.
Very doubtful.
Very doubtful. Okay, there you go.
But they didn't give it to Vrabel that year. I mean,
that's ridiculous.
I just love Vrabel. We got drafted by the Steelers. I was mad when they cut him.
Yeah, me too.
Or traded him or whatever the hell they did. And, he's been a great player, a great coach. And,
now he's running the show.
I don't think I'm ever going to root for New England, but I always love Vrabel.
I know what you mean.
I've always loved Vrabel.
Yeah, and even those Tennessee teams were likable because they were Steelers football, basically.
Yeah.
All right, Jeff, are you done with props? Should we move on to Judge Chris?
Sure thing.
Let's do it. Time for Judge Chris Andrews, ladies and gentlemen. He walked down with his gavel. We haven't done this. We did it last week? I can't even remember.
We did, yeah.
All right, so
it is the last day of January, Frank.
It's the last day of January. There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. I got 3 topics. We're going to start with this weekend's game, the Pro Bowl. So, Jeff, the topic to you is, should we go back to the old Pro Bowl, keep the Pro Bowl games? What do we do with the Pro Bowl? That's just your overall topic. Go.
What do we do?
What do we do with the Pro
take
Bowl?
the concept of the Pro Bowl.
Yes.
We put it in a rocket, and we ship it to Mars. It's done. It's done. It's over. Just basically make it like the big award is that you're an all-pro.
Right.
Not a fan-voted thing that is not even a glorified exhibition anymore.
Right.
It's barely even flag football at this point. Just put the concept in a rocket, send it to Mars to never be heard of again.
Now, when I was a kid, I enjoyed the Pro Bowl because you got to see all your favorite players, you got to see the cool uniforms, and they actually played the game. Obviously, with more money in line, there's just too much at stake. I miss seeing the actual game. It became a joke the last few years. I realize that. But I think the Pro Bowl game should still exist of some sort, but they just got to tweak them. Watching last night was so boring. It used to be in Hawaii, outdoors. You saw the ocean. You saw the palm trees. And, I heard Peyton Manning say, look, the camaraderie and the stuff that was passed down to him. Dan Marino, he got to talk to Marino and corner him for an hour. And LaDainian Tomlinson got to talk to who did he say? Eric Dickerson. So I feel like it still needs to be there, and it still has to have some sort of game element to it. I say keep Pro Bowl. Don't get rid of it.
My quick Pro Bowl story. So
yes,
this is
go for it.
Steelers won those 2 Super Bowls. Was it
79 and 80?
No, the earlier ones.
73, 74,
their first 2.
74, 75.
So the following year, they didn't, they were out of the playoffs for, I think they lost to Denver. So Pro Bowl, a bunch of Steelers playing. I want to watch this, because I saw Lambert kind of pull up on a tackle, and I think I watched 2 plays, and I don't know that I've watched 1 play since then. So I grudgingly have to rule for Jeff Parles, even though that rocket ship's going to probably be Elon Musk's. I'm going to still rule in Jeff's favor.
You know what? I did think about that for a second.
Okay.
I remember watching Hines Ward actually blocking somebody on a pickoff.
That wouldn't surprise me. But when I saw Jack Lambert pull up on a tackle,
you don't want to see
it. The one that stands out, the last premium Pro Bowl moment was when Sean Taylor annihilated the Buff. Was that Brian Mormon who he annihilated?
That sounds right.
I think that was right.
No, that was one of those vicious
where Sean Taylor almost decapitated the poor punter.
That's maybe when they went, we shouldn't be doing this anymore. All right, this one I feel like I don't even care about the NBA All-Star game.
That was Brian Mormon.
The NBA All-Star game is not doing East versus West the way I grew up with it. They are now doing a 4-team format, kind of like the NHL does. So, Jeff, what do you prefer on the NBA All-Star game?
This is another one. Get rid of it.
Get rid of it.
But I think they've tried so many things.
They did World versus America.
So they did first change I would do, and I would do this in baseball too. Let's have everyone wear their actual jerseys again.
No, Major League Baseball's doing that. They announced they're going back to it. Yeah, they said we're doing it.
Good. Let's do that.
Because the fanatic ones were so
they're
bad.
terrible. They're horrible. But
no one wants to see that.
All right, back to the point of the NBA. The Elam ending worked for about 2 years. Like the first year was very intense, great ending, job well done, we fixed it.
Yeah.
Then they got rid of it, and it went back to slop and no one giving a crap.
Yep.
I don't know if it's fixable at this point. It just doesn't have the same oomph that it used to have with the NBA.
But it's entertainment.
And also, too, I think the other thing that needs to happen, we need to get rid of the dunk contest or
you have to be in an NBA player.
Force the high-end players to do the dunk contest again.
The line, I mean, they had that Mac McClung in there who's barely played, but the other three guys I was not familiar with. The guy from the Spurs, it's a joke. So I agree with you on they need to do something with the dunk contest. I like the NBA All-Star Game. I like the high scoring.
He likes
I like
betting the over.
I like seeing the trick plays. I'll bet the over at 340 or whatever.
It might be higher than that.
400, yeah, exactly. So I say keep that All-Star Game too.
I got to roll with Jeff again. But I'll tell you what, even the NBA on, like a Wednesday night is hard for me to watch. I mean, there's shoot a three, rebound, go down the other side, shoot a three, rebound, go down the other side, shoot a three. I mean, it's just hard to watch. I think the game is really different. But you talk about the dunk contest, when it started out.
Great.
And you had
Dr. J, Dominique Wilkins.
Yeah, Dominique Wilkins and, Michael Jordan, and even, Spud Webb. I mean, those were great.
Nate Robinson, is that the...
Well, I mean, the last great dunk contests featured Dwight Howard. When Dwight Howard, like Nate Robb, like those guys were in
Superman uniform.
Those were still really good dunk contests.
Yeah, they were.
And then they completely fell off the cliff. Like, maybe even Vince, you could even go back to early 2000 when Vince Carter dominated.
But it's an ego thing. The big players don't want to do it because they don't want to lose, right? I mean, look at the scrubs we have playing. Okay, last one here. This is, I always like to do something Vegas to get your guys' opinion. Best hidden gem for you to take out-of-town friends to in Vegas. Ooh. So you have family, you have friends. Not saying,
constitutes
as you know, I like to
here?
call the dancing waters, the Bellagio fountains, which I said on the show, and you paused and went, I just can't believe you called the Bellagio fountains the dancing waters. But anyway.
I mean, you are technically right.
Yes, it is. But I'm saying not the big things, but like maybe something, here's a cool thing to show people.
I want you to go first.
I will go first. All right. Here's my hidden gem, and it's kind of crazy. I like taking people to Sam's Town and letting them see the animatronic show that they have with like the little wolf, and there's like lasers going off and the waterfalls go off, and then you can stay and play a few quick hits. Sam's Town, hidden gem.
Do I even need to make an argument, Chris?
Technically, you do.
Technically, you do. By law, you have to make an argument. Has anyone seen what I'm talking about? Vince, it's cool. Like the little animals talk and stuff. There's a wolf and an eagle.
I'll make it
very American.
I'll make it very simple here.
Okay.
Mount Charleston. That's my argument.
That's not Vegas, though. That's like an hour and a half drive. And I did that and I saw snow.
It's 30 minutes from
I'm on a Vespa.
That's not my problem.
Okay. No. I'm rolling for Nicotero. Just for the creativity. Mount Charleston. I mean, I like Mount Charleston. I've gone up there and then.
What are a few things that you would take people? Like off the beaten path stuff, not Bellagio.
Your ridiculous Sam's Town thing won.
First, a quick Sam's Town story.
Please.
This is when I first got here, 1979. And my mother lived out. I was staying with my mother. She lived out on the east side on Sand Hill Road.
Okay.
So I remember going, I want to bet the Monday night game. This is like 3:30 in the afternoon. Swear to God, this is a true story. So I got to bet the Monday night game, and I won $44 on whoever is playing. Well, give me 40. The boss comes out, and I don't want to say his name.
Okay.
No, we're done taking action on the game. We're booked perfectly. We're not going to take any more action on it.
$44.
My right hand to God. Right hand to God.
We're booked perfectly.
We're booked perfectly. We don't want to take any more action. $44. I looked at him like, I mean, I didn't know what to say.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I've never heard anything like that in my life.
Oh, my God.
So I don't know that I've been to Sam's Town since then. That was 1979.
We're going to take you to see the little animatronic show. Which is
so it has wolves?
7, 9, 11. There's fountains. It's like you don't have to see the Bellagio.
Because my grandson loves wolves. That's his favorite animal. Maybe I'll take him to Sam's Town.
There you go. See, Vince agrees. Tomorrow's the anniversary of the Steelers' Super Bowl victory over Arizona in Tampa Bay.
Ooh.
Best Super Bowl ever. I was there. Yesterday was the anniversary, and Keith brought this up, of the Rams beating Tennessee 1 yard short. Kevin Dyson.
Chris.
Now, you have a story about you mentioned something to Keith about it. If you don't mind telling it to end the show.
No, I don't mind. We got a couple minutes.
Yeah.
So this was early in the year, and I had a lot of futures action on the Rams. So I think I had them. I think I opened them like 300-1 to win the Super Bowl. Remember Dick Vermeil?
Trent Green went down in camp, right?
Okay. Yeah. So now Dick Vermeil, who I think is a great coach and a great human being too. And I know guys that know him. Yep. So Trent Green goes down in in the preseason. And Dick Vermeil says, we got this guy, Kurt Warner. We're going to play some great football. We'll miss Trent Green, but Kurt Warner is a really good quarterback. And I'm thinking, Vermeil is full of shit.
I mean, is he
great? So I mean, I had him at 300-1. I just put him back at 300-1. This guy from Northern Iowa was a grocery store clerk. Are you out of your mind? Well, I mean, from the first week of the season, like they lit it up. And I mean, I was an owner of Calneva at the time, and the way I had structured my salary and everything else, it was like I got a very small salary. My bonus on how the sports book did was, 75% of my paycheck.
Wow.
And it worked out well for me over the years, believe me. But then all year I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to get absolutely murdered on this game. So now we get to the Super Bowl, and of course, I mean, I'm taking it in the shorts the whole way. Now we get to the Super Bowl, kind of like we did here. So, I mean, I can't say Michael Gahn made me do only like the 11 to 10. We did everything at minus 110. So this number fluctuated between 6.5 and 7. Always so when I was at 6.5, I got all Ram money. When I was at 7, I got all Tennessee money. I mean, first of all, I needed Tennessee big, but if the Rams win by 7, I lose personally like this much. And my girlfriend at the time, and I told her I was going to put this in my book. She says, yeah. She goes, it's a good story. So my girlfriend, now don't forget, we didn't have caller ID at that time. Warner takes him down, scores that last like 30 seconds or what it was. Like they couldn't get a field goal for that would have been bad enough. But the touchdown, she kind of knew how much I stood to lose. The phone rings. I pick it up because you don't have caller ID. She just screams into the phone like, I don't want to do it.
Right, okay.
I said, yeah, I know. And I hang back up on him. Anyway, then, who was it? Dyson?
Kevin Dyson.
Kevin Dyson gets stopped like a yard short. Was it Mike Jones made Mike Jones made the tackle. And anyway, so it was one of those deals where, I would always take off like right after the game. She would pick me up and we're going to go through Northern California just doing whatever the hell we felt like doing. So she picks me up, and I'm a typical guy. I did all the driving. Get in the car. Do you want to drive? No. She says, do you want to listen to anything on the radio? I said, put in Abbey Road on the CD player. So anyway, it goes through, and by whatever, like if you're listening to the album, it's the last song on the first side. I Want You, She's So Heavy. It's like that long Beatles jam that is like very atypical of the Beatles. So I'm saying, and I just had my head against the window the whole time. And when that song was done, I just picked up my head. I really like that song. So she goes, oh my God. She goes, I thought you weren't going to talk like the whole 2 weeks. And I just told her, nah, I mean, I'm over it. It's only money. What am I going to do? I'm trying to make it back. That's all I could. But I mean, I lost, like I said, personally, the biggest loss of my life.
Who saw that coming, though? I mean, no one saw that coming.
Not me in the beginning of the year. As a matter of fact, to show you what a jinx I am, and I'm dead serious about this, I swear to God, when I went back to 300-1, I remember telling one guy, well, even if they make the Super Bowl, it's not like they're going to be a 7-point favorite in the Super Bowl. I swear to God, I said, I swear to God, Jeff, my right hand to God, I said.
Then there you go.
Oh,
there
no.
You
go.
All right. Very good.
Well, I mean, you had opportunities to knock them out, too.
Hell yeah.
I mean, it was 6-5 in the
I was
NFC
say,
title
didn't
game.
Tampa Bay. Was that what it was? 6-5?
It was 6-5 until the Pearl touchdown.
Oh, my God.
11-6, Frank. That was scoregami.
Wow. Oh, yes. There you go. That's right.
That was a scoregami.
I remember that. That had to be.
11-6 was the final of that one.
Jesus. Oh,
and in the end, the love you take is equal to the love you make. Those
that's later
closing
on
words
the
on
That's
side
later
two.
on the album.
Unless you do Her Majesty's a Pretty Nice
They
Girl.
should have never thrown Her Majesty in there.
We're doing Beatle trivia. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will be back Monday with Alex White. We're going to do more prop talk. We are also going to have some comedians on the show next week who are fans of Kansas City, some who are fans of Philadelphia. So it's going to be a fun week here getting ready for the Super Bowl. And I believe we're going to be off one day. We're not going to talk about that because we got the
That's going to be the following week, isn't it?
No. Wednesday we're getting the desk. Can we say it?
Okay.
Wednesday we are getting the new desk, ladies and gentlemen.
Do we have a concept of a plan for the new desk? The 2 weeks has come to fruition. I don't know, but the new desk is coming Wednesday, so make sure you watch. Jeff, you'll be here for the new desk next week.
I will.
Very exciting.
See you on Friday.
Yeah.
Make sure you watch Sports by the Book over the weekend. We appreciate you guys watching. The chat, you guys were on fire. Thank you to Reno Paul for the pick.
Real quick, Sports by the Book related things. A few things. We're live at 3 o'clock.
Okay, yeah.
Chris Andrews,
Chris is like,
Vinny Magliulo, myself, Jimmy will appear, and for however long Jimmy appears for. We also have station's own Chuck Esposito joining us, so we'll be good for that. Also available now. I had about 20 minutes with Ian Eagle yesterday.
Oh, did you really?
That is now available on the Sports by the Book YouTube page. Also, there was one name Ian Eagle pointed out from the Chiefs. That's also available on the Sports by the Book channel. So
check it out.
A lot of content on Sports by the Book.
I miss him when it was The Bird and the Beard, when it was Ian Eagle with Dan Fouts. That was The Bird and the Beard, and they did so many Steeler games.
Fouts was great.
He was great. Loved him. All right, we'll see you. We'll see you. Have a good weekend, everybody. Oh, Kenny White's Dog of the Day, ladies and gentlemen.
Don't forget that.
2 days in a row. I almost said it. Thank you, Vince. Akron.
The Zips.
The Zips, plus 135 against Jack Lambert, who was mentioned earlier in the show, went to Kent State, I believe. So take Akron plus money. And here's our cute little Dog of the Day.
Yeah, we don't.
We do not have that. Ladies and gentlemen,
You're all fired.
We're all done. All right, we'll see you on Monday. Thank you. Punchlines live in Nevada every show.